everyone, welcome to my channel. I've not been around for a lot of this week actually because my energy levels have just been really off. I've been very emotional. There's really some major shifts going on for us all at the moment. So I hope you've all been okay. I want to get back on track. If any of you, by the way, are waiting for private readings, please be assured I'm going to try and catch up this weekend. Hopefully get back on track now my energy levels are back there. So yeah, if anybody else would like to book a private reading, please see the information down below. But I'm going to have a look at how the Divine Masculine is feeling at the moment, because if as Divine Feminines we're feeling a little off this week, then chances are our Divine Masculines may also be feeling a little off, but let's see. So, Angel Spirit, we're keying into the Divine Masculine, please. Please show us how he's feeling this week. How is the Divine Masculine feeling? How's the Divine Masculine feeling this week, Spirit, please? Okay, we have new beginnings. That's an interesting start. Oh, transformation. So big changes afoot. Oops, I dropped those, so I'm not actually going to take them. Thank you. Positive movement forward. Well, this is interesting, is it not, Divine Fems? Awareness. That one, okay. The waiting game. Oops. I must concentrate on my shuffling, otherwise I'm going to be dropping them all over the place. Deception and envy. Interesting. Are we going for 9? No, we're not. Okay. They just said, no, we're not. Okay, so what do we have here this week? Now, this is really interesting because bear in mind, I was just saying that, you know, their energy will more than likely be mirroring ours. It looks like there's a lot of momentum going on for the Divine Masculine, and maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why I've been picking up this week, you know, feelings of sort of low energy and exhaustion, because maybe there's a lot of overthinking going on here for the Divine Masculine. He's definitely thinking about new beginnings. So he wants to make these changes in his life. He wants to start again. He wants something new. He wants something positive, okay? And that's come along with the transformation. Transformation is, for those of you who are into tarot, is the equivalent of the death card. So we're looking at a major change here. So this isn't just a new beginning that he's taking lightly. This is very much about a big new beginning, okay? So this is really quite exciting because we've seen, I do apologise for this lamp, let me just move it. Okay, we've seen for a while now the Divine Masculine making plans to come back to his Divine Feminine. That's been very, very clear. You know, and it looks now like he again is on the brink of this new beginning. We have positive movement forward. So it looks like it's not only in the planning stages, it looks like he is actually taking action alongside his mental planning, you know, which is just such good news. That is such good news. And it's definitely about moving towards better things, because look at this boat moving towards the sunshine here. So that is really exciting to see. You know, it's almost like they've just said to me, decision has been made. So it, you know, really feels like the Divine Masculine is on the brink of taking this action if he's not doing so already, because he knows that whatever his situation is at the moment, whether he's, you know, alone or whether he's with a karmic, he knows that he's making this decision to move forward, this new beginning. It's a big change for him. And he knows it's going to be a positive movement forward. What we have here is him really getting spiritual guidance. So he may not even realize in conscious terms why he's made this decision or why he's reaching this decision, you know, but there is this awareness inside him that he's got to move in this direction. This is the path that he needs to be on, and you know, he's got to have the courage to follow it. Okay, so you know, that is what is making him I almost said brave enough, but that sort of sounds a bit weird. But, you know, well, maybe it doesn't, because in recent months we've seen him sort of deliberating a lot, taking one step forward, two steps back, wondering what's to do, not wanting to upset anybody. But now it's almost like he's more focused, he's more determined, and he's feeling it now. He's feeling that he knows what's right. He knows that it may take a little bit of time. I know. We hate waiting cards, we know. But the roots are here. And he knows that the roots are there and that they're going to grow. For the moment, there's cycles that need completing, okay? So he's now clear about what he wants. He wants this major change. He wants this new beginning. But he's wrapping up old cycles at the moment. There's someone around him that has issues with jealousy. There's also, you know, maybe people that are, or somebody around him that is being very underhand in some way, playing games. A game player comes across to me now. So he's having to watch his back a bit at the moment. You know, he wants to make this positive step forward, but he knows that it's going to bring more of this behaviour from this particular person around him. So he's treading quite carefully. Spirit are asking me to take 3 from this deck for some reason. So this is why they didn't want 9 originally. So let's do another 3 from this deck, please. What's this all about? Put those back in the wrong order, which was interesting. What's this all about, Spirit, please? What's this all about? Thank you. Yeah. He knows, Divine Fems, that there's an apology here. He's become aware that in order to have this new beginning, that some of the Divine Masculines here might have an apology to give to you. Okay? And also vice versa, there may be an apology needed from yourselves in some instances, but it does kind of feel like he's become aware that in order to have this new beginning, that he's got to offer an apology for something. So if your Divine Masculine has hurt you, let you down in some way in the past, or there was an argument previously, or that he just walked away from you, he knows that in order to have this new beginning, he's become very aware that he has to apologise for this before he can bring in this transformation. Now, you may say, Divine Femme, that it's not needed. You just want him to be with you, you know. But in his mind, he feels that he's needing to say sorry for a situation. Because he wants you to say yes, he wants you to be positive, he wants to be received in a positive way. And that's why, as I say, he's biding his time, he's winding up previous cycles and coming forward positively. And he doesn't feel he can do that until this cycle is ended, and until he's able to step forward and apologise. And maybe he's apologising for the cycle that he's currently in, you know, especially if he's been with a karmic. You know, it may be that he left you for a karmic and he's realising that this was a big mistake, which is why he now feels that he needs to apologise to you. What's this deception and envy here for, please? What's the deception and envy here for? Yeah, he wants to be able to see things clearly. You know, he wants to have a clear run at your relationship, really, Divine Femmes. So, you know, in order to have this positive movement forward, he needs to be able to see things with clarity, okay? And in order to do that, he has to clear this deceptive energy that's around him. There also may be a part of him that is worried about sort of what you're doing. If he's not in contact with you, he may be a bit worried, and he may in his own mind be creating jealousy, within. He may be wondering if you're seeing other people, or, whether in some way you're playing some games with him. I don't know. But there certainly seems to be some fog around that. He's struggling to see things clearly. I do get more of a feeling that this is because of somebody else. I think there's somebody around him that's telling him things that aren't true, either about you or about life in general, that sort of makes the sort of waters muddy, makes everything very foggy, so he can't see clearly as to what's the best thing to do and how to move forward. So let's go through with some tarot. Let's see what the tarot have to tell us about this new beginning, please. Thank you. Yeah, look, he may have felt that, they've just said to me the grass was greener. He may have felt that the grass was greener. He may have felt that the situation he's currently in, whether he's single or with a karmic, he may have felt that that was great in its time. But now you see him contemplating and looking forward, looking out to sea, to sort of feel what's coming next, It's almost like it hasn't quite matched expectation, So, he's meditating, he's becoming more aware, he's receiving messages from spirit that are saying, look, you may have felt this was okay, but it's not where you're meant to be. Something better is ahead of you. So this is why he's seeing this new beginning. Interesting. And what is this transformation he wants to make, please? What's the transformation? Gosh, he really does want to move things forward. Look, we have the chariot here. He's clearer on which direction he wants to go in. He knows what this transformation is. He knows very clearly where he wants to be and who he wants to be with. And, he wants the momentum now to start. And it, like I said to you, it does feel like the momentum has already started. Look at this positive movement forward. Okay, so, he's rounding up this cycle, but there's almost an impatience about it because he wants things to move forward quickly. Now that he's had this realization and this awareness that, he knows where he belongs, which basically is with his divine feminine, then, he wants it to happen. He's getting impatient about it. So what is the positive movement forward, please, Spirit? What's the positive movement forward, please? He wants to heal some heartache. Look at this. Broken heart. He feels he's in a hurry here to mend a broken heart. Okay? So, this is not only your broken heart, potentially, divine feminine, but also his broken heart. He feels, it sort of ties in with this I'm sorry card. It's almost like he's had this awakening. He's had this realization that he's got to put this situation right and come in for this new beginning with you, divine femmes. But in order to do that, he needs to do it quickly. That is what he's thinking. He needs to move forward quickly and in a positive manner to help heal your heartache, or to heal your heartache. But remember, while we're feeling heartache, the divine masculine will also be feeling it because we're one soul. Very often we get into this, and I see it in other readings where people talk about the divine feminine, having all the pain, but the divine masculine feels what you're feeling. You pick up each other's emotions, divine femme. So he wants to heal this heartache. He wants to draw it to a close. And so that's why he's taking this positive movement forward. Yeah, look at him. He hasn't stopped caring. He never stopped caring. He's sitting in King of Cups energy, feeling very emotional about this issue, feeling like he wants to put it right, feeling like he wants to help heal you, you know, and in turn heal himself. He wants to mend that broken heart. The problem has been, for some of you, especially if you're in non-communication, it's because he keeps all those emotions to himself. He doesn't know quite how to express it, quite how to explain how he's feeling, but it doesn't mean that the emotion isn't there. Look at all the emotion around him. Water is emotion. But here he is sitting on his piece of land, you know, protecting himself from the emotion of it. So, you know, he wants to put an end to that. He knows that his non-communication has caused you heartache, Divine Femme. And he's now got this awareness. Let's find out about this awareness, please, Spirit. What can you tell us about the awareness, please? This is interesting. So we have, you know, again, cups energy, which again is emotion, but he wants to celebrate with you, you know. He wants to bring in that sort of feeling of celebration, of love, of emotions that, you know, make you feel safe, make you feel secure. The Three of Cups is very much, you can see a generational sort of celebration. So it's about family celebrations. It's about where you feel at home, where you feel at peace, where you feel good, you know. It can also mean weddings in some instance. So, you know, for some of the Divine Masculines, maybe they're realizing you know, you are now you're their life partner. It's taken a long time for them to reach that decision, that awareness rather than decision. But now they've made the decision. They want to actually move forward quickly with it, which must be frustrating them because they do feel they've got to close out this cycle. And in a way, I think they're doing it to protect you from whoever it is around them who's jealous or behaving in a deceptive manner. So I think they're feeling if they don't close that cycle, then they're going to be bringing negative energy into your relationship. And they don't want that. They want to put that behind them. So let's see why we have this waiting game, please. Why do we have the waiting game? Yeah, it's going to take some time again. You know, this is the Eight of Cups now. They know where they want to be. They feel that things were good in the same way that we had the Nine of Cups up here, look. This is them moving from the Eight of Cups into the Nine of Cups, but they're not actually, they're still sort of at the beginning of their journey. They know where they want to be. They know they want this new beginning, and they've been contemplating what that beginning is, but they've got to put their present situation behind them, even though on first glance they thought it was quite good. But that is what's taking a while. It's this present situation. They're sort of stuck here at the beginning of their journey forward towards their more relaxed Nine of Cups planning energy. You know, there's cycles that they need to complete, so they haven't started this walk forward yet. They haven't put it totally behind them like we see in the Nine of Cups here. So why do we have deception and envy? Who's this about? What's this about, please, Spirit? Yeah, I mean, you know, the World card is a really positive card. It's all about, you know, being rewarded for past efforts. But because it's come up with this deception and envy, it feels like they want to put this deception, as I was just saying, they want to put the deception and envy behind them, you know, and they don't want to bring that deception and envy into the new experience, the new world. So as we were saying, if you put in the past efforts, you will be rewarded. I don't know how to explain this. I'm getting myself in a knot here. The World card says if you with the past efforts you've put in, your reward will come. But they're saying to you, with the deception that's around them at the moment, they don't want to bring that forward into the reward that is coming, which is what I'd said earlier. I just couldn't find the words to say it just then. My energy level's been very weird this week, so you'll have to excuse me if my words don't sort of follow on necessarily. Anyway, let's see what this apology is about. So why do we have I'm sorry? Yeah, I think, you know, the divine masculine wants to apologize. They know their route, they know the path they've got to take, they know the action they've got to take, but they're sort of hesitating a little bit here. You know, they've had choices in the past and they've maybe made the wrong choice, you know, and they're now clear on their choice. So they feel they have to apologize for maybe some of the choices they've made in the past. You know, maybe they treated you as an option in the past and they're now really sorry about it because they realise how wrong they were. So they're desperate for you to say yes. So what goes with the yes energy, please, Spirit? Yeah, they know that they caused you a lot of pain, okay? They want to move forward towards this sunshine, but they know that they caused you a lot of pain, that you know, at times you've been at rock bottom, Divine Femme, you know, and they've been through a very difficult cycle also. The Divine Masculines have been going through their dark night of the soul, and they know that, you know, they've also been in very, you know, rock bottom, very unhappy energy, and they know that they treated you really badly in the past. So, you know, they know that they need to come forward with an apology. This isn't going to resonate for all of you, obviously, Divine Femmes, but for a lot of you it may. You know, and in order for you to accept them and be positive towards them and welcome them back in after they treated you so badly, they know that they offer you an apology. They need to offer you an apology. So why do we have clear the fog, please? Why do we have clear the fog? It's not that one, Spirit. I didn't feel it. Thank you. Yeah, look, again, in order to make this major change, they need to have this clarity. They need to get rid of any complications like the deception and envy, the cycles that need to be closed. That's what they're working on at the moment. They're doing it for the greater good because they don't want to bring it as part of the reward. You know what I mean? They don't want to bring it into the positive relationship they're trying to build with you. So they're trying to cut through all of that in order to be able to make this major change. And didn't I say earlier, when we saw the transformation card, I said to you, for those who are familiar with tarot, this is, you know, the transformation card is the death card, okay? And here we have the death card. So, you know, yes, that is where the Divine Masculine is focusing his attention, you know, on this major transformation, this major change, but he wants the clarity with it. He wants to have put the past behind him because he doesn't want to drag you into any unnecessary dramas or situations that are unnecessary. He wants to close them off before he comes forward to be with you. Look at this. Because he wants you to be recognised for who you are, you know? Some of these DMs may be in the public eye, or you may be in the public eye, but this is more about him wanting to have this major change with clarity, with not bringing any of the messiness that's been in his current situation. He doesn't want to bring that forward because he wants you to be able to have the recognition you deserve, DF. Okay. Right, I'm just going to pull a few of these oracle cards. Let's just see what comes up. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to tell the Divine Feminine, please, in this situation? Okay, I think things are going to be revealed. And the reason I say that, let me just get the second, oh, there's three. Okay, I don't like three, Spirit. Let's take the fourth one too. Okay, right. Yeah, look, the storyteller card. He has a story to tell you. The Divine Masculine wants to come forward and he wants to be honest with you. He wants to tell you his truth. There's a key here that's going to unlock this story. Because although you may feel you know all the information about what's happening for the Divine Masculine, there's information that you're missing still. Okay, there's something about what he's been going through, and especially if he's had deception and envy around him, you know, and he's had to bide his time to tread carefully. There's a story to be told here, but here you have the key. Okay, so, you know, he's going to be telling you the story of what happened before. And that may be part of the apology that he brings. He may feel he needs to explain that to you, you know. So it's important, Divine Femmes, that you listen to what the Divine Masculine is saying. As I say, it's not only us that goes through difficult times, you know, in separation. The Divine Masculine, even on the surface, if he looks like he's having a good time, he's actually feeling the emotions that you're feeling. So, you know, he will have a story to tell you, and it's important that you listen to him and let him tell you that story. Right, let's see these other cards. He's really coming into his own. You know, here we have Waking the Lion. He's gaining his strength to be able to gain this momentum to move forward and to close out these cycles that we saw in the waiting game card earlier. You know, he's going to be dealing with the deception and envy, putting it to one side, but closing it down. You know, you will see him step into his strength. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah. Listen out for some signs here. Okay. I really don't know what sort of creature that is, you know. But anyway, that's a distraction. But I always think that when I see this card, I think, what is that? Anyway, keep your ears open, because there's going to be something you're going to be hearing, and it may be connected to the bigger story. Okay, so there may be a snippet of information that comes your way via a mutual friend, via social media. There may be something that comes your way that makes you think, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. And it may provide the key for the story that's to come. Okay, even if you sort of don't know all the details yet, it just kind of feels like there's something that's going to come your way soon. Yeah, look, a merry motive, you know, regardless of how you may feel at the moment, especially if you're not in communication with your Divine Masculine, be sure that his motives are good ones, you know. He does want to bring light into the darkness, you know. He is coming in with good heart. Yes, he knows that he hasn't necessarily behaved in the way that you would have liked him to behave, but he's had his own journey to go on, you know. So when he steps forward, he will step forward joyously. For some of you, he may not come straight in with an apology. For some of you, he may dance around a bit. He may sort of, you know, test the water by dipping the toe in, you know, that sort of, hi, how are you? You know, what you up to? You know, jolly, jolly, jolly. And there may be part of you that thinks, hang on a minute, we need a serious conversation. But it's his first step in, because he's feeling a little bit anxious about coming in, because he knows that he hurt you badly in the past. Okay, so, you know, some of the information you may be hearing is you may just get wind of the fact that your Divine Masculine is you know, going to be in your vicinity if for example he lives a distance away, or, you know, it may be something like that. You may get to hear that he's attending some sort of gathering or party or something that you had planned to go to. But, you know, so it may be sort of your first contact with him may be something light, but it will provide the key, you know. And, you know, even if your light interaction goes really well, it will help him build the strength to step forward with the deeper discussions that you need to have. But at the moment, he may well be testing the water because he knows he hurt you, you know. But remember, the thing that he wants you to say is, yes, he wants you to be positive. He wants you to receive him well. You know, nobody, especially if they're taking the courage, none of us would like to be sort of rejected when we step forward. So yeah, it's about compassion, I guess. Right, I'm going to leave it there, Divine Fems. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you do, please drop me a like. I've got an interesting situation going on with all my twin flame videos. This is going to be really weird, but I feel the need to make this known, is that I usually get one dislike on all my videos, and Spirit have actually said to me, and I know this sounds strange, but Spirit have said to me, it's another reader. So if you are that other reader that happens to be clicking the dislike button, I'd love you to contact me and tell me why. Weird. I just wouldn't go there. You know, we're supposed to be in this together, but that's what Spirit are telling me. So if you are another reader who's disliking my videos for some weird reason, then please do let me know. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you have a lovely weekend. For those of you who DFs, I mean, who are in a I'll get this right in a minute. Right, start again. For those DFs who have a divine masculine in a relationship with a karmic, I'll be doing the usual karmic read on Sunday. And yeah, so please let me know. I'm going to end this now because I'm losing track of all my words. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Really? What? Thank you for watching, I meant to say. I'm going to go. Seriously, it's crazy. Okay, take care, Divine Fems, and we'll catch up soon. Take care. Bye.